Moving along. Speaking about the Super Bowl, the halftime show, right? A lot of people had a lot of thoughts about the halftime show. This is the blackest the halftime show has ever been, and I don't mind saying that, and I don't feel bad about it. I mean, you had Snoop, you had Dre, you had K Dot, right? Kung Fu Kenny, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem, who's gifted in his own right and made his own statements. What do y'all think maybe about the show itself, the presentation, maybe the song selection, but about some of these rumblings that we heard about potential censorship?
Well, I take from my take, being an East Coast guy, I've always respected like the West Coast music and West Coast artists, such as Dre, Kendrick, guys like that. Obviously guys that was in Super Bowl, but just to have them on the show, I mean, have them at the show, I liked it. I like every song that was played. I like everything from 50 Cent hanging upside down, recreating his video before, and it's crazy how they would have him censor certain words because of the sensitivity that in the arena or just around the world about police, about saying certain gangs, I guess like Crips and Bloods and stuff. Like the expression was kind of stripped a little bit, but at the same time, I'm glad that they got a chance to have an all minus Eminem having like all black people perform at a Super Bowl. I don't think that ever happened before. So that's that's pretty huge to happen. I again, like I said, I like the performance. From I think the funniest one when Snoop before he got on the stage, he was he was smoking a little bit of reefer.
I mean, Uncle Snoop gonna do what Uncle Snoop do,
right? So that was I thought it was pretty funny because Snoop never misses a beat, and for everybody to be together and to, transition how it was, Mary J. Blige, representing the East Coast and stuff. I think that was pretty dope in my opinion. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I like the show as well. Like CG grew up on the East Coast. I'm actually from out west, but grew up on the East Side. Yeah, man, it was cool. Eminem, I don't know. I mean, you feel how you want to feel about it.
Like, give it to me. We talked about this off camera.
Yeah, I ain't really an Eminem guy. Like, Lose Yourself is a bona fide smash, but like, yeah, I'm just not an Eminem guy. Him being the one to take the knee, I don't know.
That was nah, man.
Ain't do nothing to me. Like in my eyes, I was just like, all right.
But
I ain't see him do it.
Yeah,
I will stand up for him on the basis of this, and I don't know if y'all seen it, but he put out a couple of freestyles when everything was maybe a little more hot than it is now. Talking about equality and why, in his words, things are effed up, and I would advise everybody to go look at those. Like, and he even on the BET Awards when he was in like the parking garage and like really kind of snapped. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2018. But polarizing figure, to be the only, white person, Caucasian person in this setting and kind of, do the gesture. I see how that could rub some people some type of way. Piggybacking on that while we stand on this, do y'all feel that, a few years ago, Jay-Z said, we're going to do some stuff with the NFL. Things are going to change. And people kind of laughed at it. People kind of looked at it whatever way. But here it is 2 years later, 3 years later, we do have a predominantly black halftime show geared for black fans who are consuming a product that is based on players who are 70% black. Do you feel like that is progress for the NFL, or do you feel like that is pandering in a way, or sort of, the league, the commissioner trying to placate black fans who may be disgruntled after a tumultuous few years in racial justice and on the back of the Colin Kaepernick situation?
Yeah, of course it's pandering. Of course, like it's the NFL. Like, of course, no doubt about it. Like I don't even see an argument where you can say it's not. But at the same time, Jay-Z took that leap and is leading the way on ingratiating black culture into a very already black league. Uh, I mean, really, the only white people involved with the NFL is owners, coaches, and fans.
Executive.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's a good thing. Very interested to see how it goes going forward. I think the Super Bowl being in LA was a big thing with helping with that. Where's the Super Bowl next year? Is it Is Vegas next year, or is that somewhere else?
I'm
I
not
want to
100%
say
sure. I can
I
look it
want,
up.
I want to say it's either Vegas or Arizona. So it's going to be a different type feel depending on where where the event is taking place. But uh, for Jay Z to pull that through with LA, man, that was big.
CG, what do you think?
I think it's pandering. I think with everything that's been happening in the past forever, I feel like it's getting more coverage about Black Lives Matter and more uproar about equality. I feel like for them to have an all black lining is good to see, but behind the silver lining of it all, it's like why now? It's okay to ask questions like why? Like why would they do that now when it's in LA? Like my thing is I never just take what's on the surface. I always like to, ask questions as to why things are happening, and I don't like to take what's kind of being fed to me. But I kind of looked at it as like a ploy, as a saying we're trying to make progress. You see, we got an all black entertainment. So my thing is, I think better change is when you see people of color in position that can really make power moves rather than you're just halftime, entertainment that people are gonna say what they want to say about it, but nothing really is gonna change. So it's
When black
just
people ain't the help no more, that's when
right.
I say
You know what I'm saying?
it's a change.
I feel what y'all are saying. I understand it. I see both sides of this argument. For the sake of just being contrary, right? I would say, okay, we've seen Aerosmith, we've seen all these acts, we've seen Super Bowl halftime shows where nobody danced. We've seen Super Bowl halftime shows where they pan the camera around the stadium and it's folks eating and going to the concessions.
Mm-hmm.
And we complained about those. Why ain't it? Why are they playing this? Why are they doing that? Why are they?
Everybody's gonna have their own thing because nobody's gonna be accepting. So somebody's gonna be mad.
I don't
I
think
would just
nobody's
say,
complaining about it though. I just think that
y'all
I
said it
just
was
think that,
pandering.
huh? It
Y'all
is
said it was
pandering.
pandering.
It is
It
pandering.
is, I mean, it
Okay,
is.
I'm
so
not complaining.
we're not being considered when there's nobody that looks like us at the halftime show. But when it
Right.
is people that looks like us at the halftime show, that's not good enough either. And what I'm saying is progress no matter how small. That don't mean we got to take it. That don't mean it has to be okay. That doesn't mean it solves every single problem that
Exactly.
exists.
Yeah.
But, if you complain and compare with everything that's done, you'll never be happy. So to me, there's more to be done, but it's a step in the right direction. At least it wasn't Aerosmith again.
Yeah. I mean, but like we've
It
had
wasn't Walk
Beyonce.
This Way. It wasn't
Yeah.
Run DMC and which you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we've had Beyonce at the Super Bowl before. We had
And they
Prince.
cut the lights off on her.
She just shut it down. She killed that thing. we had Prince. We've had Michael Jackson did
Hey,
Super Bowl.
stop. Hey,
Chapo acting.
quiet. Word. Shh. Hey, Cage, man.
That's how
Cage.
you know he's well trained. When black folks raise their voice, the dog come running.
Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Yeah, man. He just
He get it from his daddy.
Smart, man. You hear anything? Shut the fuck up. You ain't gonna do nothing except lick somebody. Shut up.
Yeah. I mean, like the saying, at the end of the day, the NFL won't put on a good show too, and black culture is culture right now. So
Facts.
it is what it is.
So then, like, we wasn't disagreeing with it. I'm sorry. We weren't complaining. It's just perspective. Like, we understand the BS that they're trying to show, and we accept it, but we want more. just how like we deserve more. Think about, like you just said, black culture is culture. Like you can't just give us what you always would give us, just the entertainment role, and like, all right, y'all happy with an all black cast? Be happy. Well, here's Eminem. Here you go.
Yeah. Eminem.
I see both sides like Chanel. I see both sides like Chanel.